Recently, Motors TV was invited by DA Racing to Alpe d'Huez to test drive their CLIO ice racing entry just prior to the second half of the Trophy Andros season. Before heading to Isola 2000, the team put in some last-minute setup changes to the car with Romain Grosjean, Franck Lagorce, and Jean-Baptiste Dubourg each taking turns at the wheel.
When you
remove the front and rear bodywork, you can see that it is a silhouette with its tubular chassis and the engine that is centrally located. The sequential gearbox is also found at the rear. It has both four-wheel drive and steering. The rear wheels also turn. The interior is somewhat barren like most racing cars, only the bare essentials.
Donc on retrouve un cockpit, je dirais, assez sobre pour un véhicule de compétition, avec le levier de vitesse. Le poids minimal autorisé
The
est de
minimum weight
950
is
kg,
950
sans pilote à bord.
kilograms, not counting the driver.
Donc,
Generally, all the cars in the Andros Trophy need to be ballasted to meet this limit because they're built with very lightweight composites. This makes for an interesting weight balance. You can do a lot in this area. What is the most penalizing for a driver is the ballast that is added in the case of a podium finish, which can be a real handicap for the next race.
Qu'on peut avoir lorsqu'on fait un podium sur les manches du trophée, ça c'est vraiment pénalisant.
What Jean-Baptiste didn't mention is this car has a very impressive 350 brake horsepower. On the ice, experience is key because the track conditions change from one moment to the next. Not only do changes have to be made to the setup, but the way the car is driven has to be modified as well. The tires also have to be managed, and they have to be broken in to attain maximum performance. At times, this can be a head-scratcher, even for specialists like Franck and Jean-Baptiste, so you can imagine what it's like for a newcomer, and yet, during the season where his F1 future is in doubt, Romain Grosjean has turned his attention to the Andros Trophy. With nearly no experience, he has turned more than a few heads with his ability to be a quick learner. Alpe d'Huez was my first go in the Andros Trophy, and it was also the first time I drove a closed car, which also being the first time I competed on ice, but the team gave me a lot of advice. Jean-Baptiste, Franck, but also Alain Prost and Olivier Panis helped me out. This is one big happy family with a terrific atmosphere. I had such a great time, which was the idea, but now I have to get down to the business, and I cannot wait to do some more.
Et clairement, c'est comme ça que ça s'est passé, donc on en veut plus.
We would have also liked to have done more. The 6 odd laps at night and in the fog only gave us a small idea of what it's like to drive this machine. The grip level is hard to define. The four-wheel steering is puzzling. At first, nothing happens, and then all of a sudden, the car steps out, and from the inside of the car, the track appears a lot narrower than it did when we were just mere spectators. But one thing is sure, the CLIO works very well. 2 weeks later, Romain Grosjean took his first win in the Andros in this very car.